This is Main Street Reborn, the show about the people and the businesses that are bringing Main Street back to life. Sometimes the stories down on Main Street are not all about rebirth. Sometimes they're about staying power. In many cases, the buildings are over a century in age, but very rarely the business itself has lasted that long. In Terrell, Texas, there's a business that is over 150 years old and has been a staple of the community the entire time. This is Robert Hulsey, President and CEO of American National Bank.
Well, this year we are celebrating 150 years in existence. Turns out that we're about the fourth oldest bank in the state of Texas, and so we think that's a great honor that we're going to celebrate this year. It began here in Terrell as a private partnership between three individuals, and it passed between several other individuals, and eventually, after the owner died, a group of people in the town purchased it from that estate, and it became then the American National Bank.
And a community bank's responsibility to the community goes above and beyond profits, ledgers, and deposits. And American National Bank has always kept that in mind.
In the 30s, the bank across the street failed, and farmers there owed lots of money, and they couldn't pay that. And my granddad and great-grandfather worked together to provide an item where they could set that money aside, get reloaned for the money they needed to have, and was able to pay all that. And as I understand from my granddad, almost all of that money was paid back with that. So it was critical. If they had foreclosed on all those farmers and all of that for the farming community of Terrell, it would have been a terrible thing. And so I think that shows how integrated and part of it that they felt that the bank was. Look across the state. Go into communities where there isn't a community bank, and then go into communities where there are community banks. And one of the things generally you'll see those communities with a community bank are thriving. Those without one, they're not doing quite as well. Now that's generally true with that. I think that's because the community bank is oriented towards the community. And it's not just the money that they have, it's really the kind of leadership and commitment that those banks have made into those communities. So a community bank represents a lot more to a community than just what the money and the loans and all of that, but it represents a organizational leadership that I think is critical in any community to be successful.
And there are reasons American National Bank has been in business 150 years in Terrell.
The thing that makes me the most proud is our people. I have the opportunity to work with some of the finest people around. I love hearing so many times when people walk into any of our banking centers and say, my gosh, they're really, really friendly there, and they really want to try to help you. And to me, that's the thing that makes me so proud about that. As a CEO, one of the things you could dwell on would be all the issues and problems and concerns and want to control stuff. With the quality of people that I think we have, I feel no need to control things. They're doing their job and they're doing it well, and I'm extremely proud of the work they do.
And being a part of downtown hasn't always been fashionable, but since downtown has made a return, Robert talks about American National Bank always being here.
A downtown is important to any community because without a real downtown, you don't really have the opportunity to have the surrounding and the impetus and the center of who you are and what you really mean. It's very hard in just a purely suburban area to have that type of association. Having a downtown creates that opportunity with it. And the Terrell downtown has been the center of commerce and all that goes on in the town with that. And that has enabled the town to really prosper and survive. And going forward, again, it's still the same formula. The downtown is the way. They provide the interest to it, they provide the opportunities for it, and people congregate there so that there's the opportunity for the community to work together to work and solve on problems. there's a togetherness. There's a sense of why we're here by the fact that there's a community and there is a downtown that is central to the community itself.
So happy anniversary, American National Bank, part of the community you'll find down on Main Street.